Alrighty-roo, and cuckoo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. We're gonna continue on and see what else other people have done, because with the look of just like, psh, that's it, from Day, I'm just like, she's like, I once burned down an entire friggin' village, like, or some shit. She's like, the smell of napalm in the morning smells like victory. We're 5 clicks out of Grenada. What made you so angry? Are you okay, Tyler? That was really reckless. I'm gonna be like, what made you so angry? Like, that's the best thing. Like, there's no... What made you so angry? I don't want to talk about it here. Oh, okay. Taylor, I don't think there is anybody, human, cryptid, dino, or great power on this earth. No god up in the sky, or fucking scientist in a lab doing laser, math, equations. You're just making shit up at this point, aren't you? That could deny your worthiness. Again, finger guns. Taylor, thou art worthy. Thanks, I guess. Day. What about you? I'm not sure if I really want to do this. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm surprised Taylor did it. I was like, that's actually like, he just admitted to like a felony. Like multiple felonies, probably. I don't know the laws of it. It's Ontario, it's in Canada, it's different laws, but still pretty sure that's multiple felonies. Is it embarrassing? It can't be as bad as Taylor's. It's like, that's mean to Taylor. Is it embarrassing? I'm just gonna be like, you've done bad things? That, I don't know, that might hurt her feelings too. I'm gonna go with this. Is it embarrassing? Is it really embarrassing? Well, no, actually, kinda, I guess. You guess. You know what? You are the least valuable member here, and everything you say is just negative. Jessica. Well, okay, you guys remember that I used to do the morning announcements? Nice. I already like where this is going. The power of doing the morning announcements. The power of having access to the you know, the system of the speaker, whatever, the PA system, I think that's what, yeah. Yeah, no offense, but they were kind of dorky. Like, the ladle high good morning gab. Shut up, you guys. One day, well, okay, I was having a pretty shitty day, and I kind of let loose over the school PA system. Did you do it for a cause, or did you just, like, attack an individual that maybe didn't deserve to be, like, outed like that? I remember, you started the whole thing with, "Welcome to another mediocre day at our dead-end school." That's fine. That's not so bad. Oh yeah! You said something like, "We're all doomed to haunt the halls of this crusty school until we die." that's pretty, like, Daria, you know? Like, I'm okay with that. That's really not that bad. Yeah, well, like I said, I was having a shitty day week here. When it really isn't your day, your week, or even your year, or your life. Very... I mean, I don't know. What makes you extraordinary other than you can, like, kind of fly, maybe? I still remember Vice Principal Jacobs banging on the door and trying to force it open. You know, we're gonna go full Shawshank Redemption. You just sit there and you just play, like... You can't play, like, classical music, because that wouldn't be as offensive. You gotta play, like... Marilyn Manson or Korn or like something that's just gonna be like really distressing and like oh I don't even know. That doesn't seem like something she would play. I'm trying to think of like maybe Bjork. Ooh, you could play like the thing that got that the Cranberries kicked off of or or no, it was Sinead O'Connor off of SNL. You know, you can do that. That was okay. You can do that. There's a lot of stuff you could play. I feel like you'd be into Sinead O'Connor or the Cranberries. You know, some sort of political, whatever. Wait, aren't the announcements done in his office? It's like, yeah, he wasn't in it, so I locked the door and put a chair in front of it and just kind of went off. Yeah, I locked him out of his own office. That's definitely not a felony. It's, even with the thing, like, that's at most malicious mischief or some sort of misdemeanor. Again, I don't know Ontario law, but just impressive. Like, that's more like kind of okay, yeah. He didn't seem to think so. I ended up detention for like 3 months of detention for that? I've been in detention for a number of reasons, and some I deserved and some I did not. 3 months? Nothing I ever did got like a month long of detention. Damn. Usually what happens if you're in detention and you're in there that long, it's because you get like your whatever you did is like a reasonable amount of time, and then you act up while you're there, so you end up with more time, and it just sort of like, it's basically the penal system in America. It's like just a revolving door. It just keeps you there longer. To the point where it's like people forget that you're even part of the school because you spend most of your time in detention, because it's not a very good environment for anyone, and it's a perfect like small microcosm for, you know, the quote-unquote justice system in America. But 3 months? Dude, that's like way too long for such a small thing. I feel like, I don't know, like if Canada is just like way more strict, but that seems like excessive to the point where like somebody should look into that, and maybe he could, you know, at least have his job threatened or something. Because, like, if you sat there and, like, were, like, trying to incite a riot or something, that'd be one thing. But that really wasn't that big a deal. You just had a bad day and just, like, this place sucks. I don't like it. And you locked him out of his own, like, office. 3 months for that? Maybe you should get our tall friend over here to knock his office over. Honestly, I'm surprised you weren't suspended. I mean, I feel like that's like being in detention that long is in-school suspension. Like that's way too harsh. Like, again, I'm not a Canadian. I don't know, but damn. Or expelled. For that? Maybe I've watched too many 80s movies where, or, you know, things where people do that and they get away with it and it's not that big a deal. Even Andy Dufresne only spent like a month in solitary confinement for his stunt. And he was in a penitentiary and it was like a real big deal. So, I mean, I think it got a month. I think it got a month, maybe a month and a half. I don't remember. Me too, actually. They said something about it being my first offense or whatever. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to expel one of the school's, like, 3 honor students. Exactly. It's like, so you're, like, literally bringing the curve up, and you're one of the few, like, you've got, like, the highest GPA. Getting rid of you, like, the school might lose money. Like, the rest of us are idiots. It's like, I'm literally like a velociraptor, which I'm pretty smart for a dinosaur. But just because I have a reptilian, avian, possibly brain, you know, I'm not here for maths, you know? I guess. But that's it. That's the worst thing I've ever done. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. It's just... I mean, I guess it could be considered embarrassing. I think you got, like, way too harsh a punishment. And it's like, do I not understand Canadian schools at all? Because that would make sense, because I have not been to a Canadian school, but that just seems excessive. Makes me want to ask one of my Canadian friends, like, hey, it's fucking 4 in the morning, or whatever. Probably not, it's like 2, but, or 1, or, I don't know, it's really not that late. But just ask them and just be like, is that something that seems rational? They'd be like, no. I think I remember that day. Wasn't that the day that... Let's not go into that. Oh, hey! Oogie Boogie! Ingrid. She does the boo thing. Showing off how you can fly. Did you seriously, Stella? That's like a super delayed reaction. I know I could have pushed the button sooner, but... because I didn't, it's just sort of... No one else jumped. Hey, everybody. Again, if you're gonna do this, you gotta do the flip. Captain America's shield. Cool landing. Pretty sure that right after school... What are you guys talking about? I think we're talking about... That I got detention. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yup. That announcement was legendary. There's no question thou art definitely worthy. Announcement? Hey, let's move on to you, Stella! Get the feeling it has something to do with Ingrid. Which makes me feel like maybe Ingrid, like, died. And that's like a recent thing. And they were, like, you know, Day was upset about that. And that was the bad thing. I don't know. Maybe not. Everybody else seems to be getting the context. I'm having a hard time reading the room. How could we forget about Stella? Actually, it's pretty easy. I am literally the shortest person here. I'm the newest person here. Everybody else has more defining characteristics. Even the other completely straight, not straight. I mean the legit, seemingly normal human beings. The other two, like one's a redhead, which automatically makes you genetically like unique, like you're a minority, and the other guy is you know, like a dealer of, you know, chemicals and stuff. So that makes him like I look like real talk. Looking at this thing, I was kind of making this parallel of like why is this, what this remind me of, and this little group here, for some reason, reminds me a little bit of Umbrella Academy. Again, I was going with Elliot Page, like the Stella character is Elliot Page, you know, from the first season specifically, but when they were still Ellen, I guess, but whatever, like, I'm not trying to get into that. But then you got that character who was number whatever 7, I think, and then you got number 1, who is Taylor, and then Day is like the rumor, kinda, you know, she got that vibe. Then you technically have the ghost girl, who would make sense to be Klaus. And Ingrid and Klaus, that's sort of similar. But I don't really know the personality that well. And the Brandon person seems more like Klaus, both in looks and certain personality that we've seen. I got nothing for Robert. I got nothing. I just got nothing. There's not like a person for that. And then Jessica is just, yeah, there's more females than males here, and that's not how it worked in Umbrella Academy, but we're moving on. You lived in the city, right? Bet you have some hella wicked stories to tell. Nice throwback to hella. The truth is I had never done anything bad in my entire life. Thanks, narrator version. But I didn't tell the truth that day. So then you did something not good. You lied. Liar! Yeah! But they probably knew you were lying. I wanted to fit in so bad that I made up a lie on the spot. And probably terribly. I tried my hardest to come up with something really wild, but also cool and believable. And we all know how well you think under pressure and such, so... Well, it's like on a scale of... I'm just going to guess. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being critical fail, and 10 basically being like, oh wow, you really pulled this off, I'm going to guess you're going to get like a 2.5. One time I got in big trouble for doing something and I got detention. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to take to it because it's... I'm not going to restart or anything. I want to redeliver the line. It's just that bad. One time I got in big trouble for doing something and I got detention. There we go. What happened? Breaking and entering? I did a B&E. Starting a fire? Freaking arson. Or returning a late book. You know what? I'm gonna go with the B&E. Because you're small. And like you got like a Hobbit vibe to you. Returning a late book is the most believable, but I don't know. If you play it off right, like starting a fire, that's actually kind of like, people be like, what the fuck, dude? But B&E, like maybe you have it, you're gonna fuck this up. I should just say returning a late book, but I want to go with the B&E. I broke into a place I wasn't supposed to be in. Question mark? Really? Place did you break into? It was the library. I wanted to return it over to the book. I didn't want to pay the fee. That would actually be... That would work. They would believe it. They'd be like, that's kind of lame, but kind of cool. Like, go big, go home, go believable. I just want to go home, man. I'm going to go believable on this one. I broke into the teacher's lounge at school. Whoa, awesome. Why did you break into the teacher's lounge? They had cake that day, and I'm hypoglycemic. Something sexy. Oh yeah, that's totally... Look at you. Yeah, that's something devious. Or let's go back to the prank. I broke into the teacher's lounge to pull a prank on the teachers. Yes, ending your statements with a question mark makes them very believable. No way! What was the prank? Because of course he would appreciate that. Something nice. I'm gonna go with something nice because that fits your character. Well, Mr. Roscoe was always complaining about how bad the coffee... I knew it was gonna be coffee. Was at the school. So I broke into the teacher's lounge and replaced their crappy coffee with a good quality whole Arabica beans? I don't know. I don't know enough about coffee. That seems like a character. That seems believable. What? So let me get this straight. You got in trouble for breaking into the teacher's lounge to replace their coffee with good coffee? It's like, you know, like, look, this... They got 3 months of detention for the little stunt she pulled. You're not supposed to be in there. Rules are rules. Maybe my principal's is a hard ass too, because a teacher complained about their shitty coffee. Yep, that's actually pretty believable. I think that's about as good as I can do. I don't believe it. Yeah, neither do I. No, you would totally get in trouble. I'm pretty sure you don't have to break in. Pretty sure they don't lock the door, or if they do, it's not easy. It's not hard to get through. I've known a number of people who've done that. I've probably done it, and I just did it just to do it, and like maybe senior prank, or just like walked in and was just like, I just wanted to see what it was like in here. I'm gonna move some things around and leave, or take something that's completely meaningless just to do it. Like, this is on the wall. I'm just taking it. Just like a little post-it, just like some flyer or something. It's like, it's just to prove that I went in and did it. You know, this seems like something that I would do. I'm not so nice that I would replace their coffee. Oh boy. Stella, I cannot believe that this girl did that. That is absolutely gloves off punch to the face. That I lied, or what? You're freaking kidding, right? It's like, I mean, okay, so it's a believable thing, and let's say that she did actually do it. That is a big middle finger to the establishment in its own way. To be like, I like my teachers. Fuck your crappy funding. This is my Christmas gift or whatever, like. It's chaotic good, bitch. What you gonna do? She already looks like a gnome. Or a halfling. Kidding, you think it was a joke? Do you think it is a joke to be worthy? Okay, so he is offended. I can't believe you're doing this. I'm worthy? Oh, you're worthy, alright. Okay, apparently it is... Wait, what? Do you believe me or not? I don't care, even. I'm worthy! That doesn't help your thing. Everyone just looking at you like... Okay, yeah, let's just move on. And as such, I adopt the coffee snob. You're pretty goddamn worthy. How does it feel? This is the time I freak out. I'm gonna do it just to do it. I'm worthy. Just freak out. I shouldn't have, but I did. You're worthy. I'm worthy. You're worthy. Woot. I am worthy. But now I want to tell you. I want to tell all of you the legend of the 20 gym socks. Oh my god, is this where you got those fucking socks? I'm gonna end this and start over and all the things. Like, you and the socks. Am I like part of a long string of the socks thing? Like, there can't be 20 kids that are new here. That doesn't seem likely. Dude, stop. Dude!